Hello, Screenwriter's Journey semi-live, as I like to call it, day 102. The person who read the first part of my script and gave me the notes that I went over live about 3 days ago finished just today, and I just opened her email, and I am just going to start looking and see where she left off. So here we go. I should have said on the other one, feel free to listen or watch this at like 1.5 or 2 times speed if it gets a little bit slow for you. Here we go. Have not looked at her notes yet. There they are. Okay. All right, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to see what her notes are. I just realized I hadn't said anything for a long time. So she has the looks. I've got a lot of looks here. Another note above after I reread this page. She said she made a note about this page, but I don't see it anywhere. Her mind continues to, it's all beginning to make sense. All right. I don't know if she recommends me getting rid of that, because we have to indicate that she looks at them, unless down here I put to Rachel. So I'll have to come back to that. All right, let's revisit that. Look, so same suggestion, add a number that precedes it between here and the beginning. This dialogue. And a number that precede it. Oh, I just have all these looks. Just as in terms of the stops. Let's give this a new date. Whoops, that last one was dated incorrectly. Just as Rachel turns the phone back to face her, Lexi, how about this? Lexi grabs the phone, points it at herself. Grabs the phone, points it at her, locks eyes with Salerno. Expression darkens, much from other, grabs the phone, turns it to herself. Oh, ha! She grabbed the phone, I never had her. Puts her phone away. All right. I do have a lot of looks, but at some point you have to make it clear who's talking to who. Otherwise, you have to put it always under the dialogue, and that gets a little nauseating. That must be one smart car. Needs a comma. A dark sedan. Oh. She indicates that I need a comma there. Otherwise, the dark sedan is what's watching them. Okay. Holly, a shrewd one, or is it the scriptwriter who understands today's kids? She comments on this line here that it is an up-to-date hip line. Dozen before. Yeah, she just is mentioning all these looks. She's suggesting I'd probably be afraid to do that if I searched for all of the word look in the whole script. I'll do it right now because I'm so brave. I'm on page 57. Look. And then you can replace with look so you don't change anything. Okay. How many did it find? 199. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I was going to say like 70. That's like almost 2 per page. Youch. All right. I got my work cut out for me. Holy crap. Holy patoli. All right. Back to the script. I have just a place for you. Yeah. Let's just get rid of that one. See how many I can get rid of between now and the end of the script. We haven't seen. Oh, we haven't seen. Caught a typo. Okay. I'm just paging through her notes. Bingo, timing with this is perfect. She's making, that's very insightful. She made a comment on this right here. And as you recall, if you've been reading, following all my days of writing, originally I had this take place the next day. You know, they slept and there was the whole other scenes and blah, 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 blah. And then I had that epiphany that all of this needs to happen in the same day. And now that I think about it, I can't even believe I didn't realize that earlier. But again, that's just one of those things about writing that at some point you believe it. So I'm going to have to let her know that originally, maybe I won't. Or maybe someday she'll watch this. And if you're watching it right now, thank you so much. Even though you can't see me, you can hear the sincerity in my voice. Gets to work. Oh, And she says, gets to work doing what? That's a good question. Find out where Nova salutes and I'll just say, find out where Hogan is. He wouldn't. I need to think about that. Well, he wouldn't have to find out where Hogan is. Let me just see here. Well, we don't see Hogan for a while. Everything Hogan's. Don't let it get messed up. You gotta pull my safe and I get back. Oh, Hogan's on his way here. Okay. So I need to set that up, I think. Time to put Hogan to work. Picks up a phone. Okay, that's maybe that time to put Hogan to work. Junior Agent nods, picks up a phone, so he's going to call Hogan and tell him something, or he's going to get him on the phone, and then Noble's going to talk to him. All right. About what? Oh, she's got some recommended edits. Love those recommended edits. So she says to get rid of this shrugged. All right. There's no way they got the results already. I think Salerno's worried. About what? Well, we'll let the actor decide. That your mom sets him up. That your mom set him up. She says to cut out this whole line. Sure, wary glance, looking to Lexi. There's no answer about what the mom set him up. Well, let the actors act. Good job. So instead of looking, let's let them turn. No, sir, just wondering where you're taking us. Yeah, that's better. Good, good, good. I got, gosh, another looks. Holy crap. I feel a lot better about this. Well, see, we haven't. Rachel, I need to talk with Vic. Make sure you're coming with us. You need to come with us, all of you. There's no way. About what? Kid's deaf. That your mom set him up. Are you kids deaf? Are you kids deaf? Oh, Rachel. Rachel wants us to hurries to the men, speaks low. All right, so Rachel is off with the two men. Grabs Luke's arm with one hand, Lexi's with the other, hauls him toward the door. So the problem is when you're writing a screenplay, you really do have to keep track of everyone in the scene. And when you have people talk that haven't been described or you don't know geographically where they are for sure, then you have to put something in to remind the reader, eventually the audience, the director, whoever, not the audience. You don't write a screenplay for the audience. Did you ever think of that? The only audience you have is the reader. Interesting. All right, so I just want to make sure. So they're over there. They're over there. Kind of looks from them to Ace. I feel a lot better about this. Looks. I do have a lot of looks. Maybe toward the others. Rachel starts. Or maybe Rachel and Ace start walking to the door. All right. Took care of a few things there. Let's get back to her. She likes this line. That's good. You will. They pause at the door to let the kids catch up. They pause at the door to let the kids and Clyde catch up. Yes, they do. Rachel's. I didn't say looks. They pause at the door to let the kids and Clyde catch up, as they do when they do. When they do, Lexi's eyes find Rachel's. Okay. Well, so I tell people when I read their scripts, because she is suggesting to get rid of this. But I don't, I mean, sometimes you can do that, but not always. He opens the door. Motions. I'll just say he opens the door. We'll leave it to the director to decide exactly what happens. Or if I'm the director, I can decide. He opens the door. All right, split their attention on talking, of course. Yeah, we don't need this. She suggested getting rid of that. She said she likes Jake. Drake is one of my son's names. Likes Jake's droll comments. Oh. Oh, she likes this line. She says beautiful. Aw, thank you. Uh-oh, now I've got some more looks to get rid of on the TV screen. Okay. Points to the TV. You better get going. They see. Okay. On the TV, they see. On the TV, they see some of the husbands load them up. Just go. She recommends getting rid of this line right here. This is like probably super boring, but I mean, you can always fast forward or skip fast forward. That's kind of a old-fashioned thing, isn't it? You can quit watching at any time, just like the horror movie. Oh, it's too scary. Well, just close your eyes. On the TV, they see load them up. This is the expression. I mean, my thought is something has to motivate Holly saying that line, but maybe not. So on the TV, they see, load them up. I'll do everything I can. Notices the worry in Holly's expression. Notices the worry. Takes note of. Well, maybe I don't need that. Big decision. All right. And then when the so much your description, no extra time for extraneous words. Oh, okay. Just go. Holly. So she says, yeah, that's good. That's good. Holds a beat. I think she would hold a beat and then hurries out. We'll do that. Are you excited about live screenwriting? Okay. Noble. Charlie for East. Looking, gosh. Noble, slightly relieved, watches. Okay, that works. Good, thank you. Great dialogue, interesting. She notices that their names both start with H and have 5 letters. And she likes this dialogue. This passage right here. Holly Regis feels a little bad. You just can't help being a director. Where is that? No comment. Registers this, feels just a little bad for him. I mean, so she says, unless I'm going to direct this, because she says I'm basically giving info to the director. No comment. Well, I mean, this is a direction to the director and the actress, obviously. The actress who shall remain unnamed until such time as I decide to say something. I'm going to leave it in. I know it's another 5-letter name. No one to search. I don't know. Hold up until we get confirmation on this. Oh, yep. Lost the word there on where the suspect vehicle's heading. Hold up until we get confirmation on where the suspect vehicle's heading. I may need tactical support. Yes, sir. Okay. Pauses, inhales, exhales. Oh, I like that. Inhales. This is my writer's suggestion. Sometimes I get paranoid that I didn't restart the recording, so I just had to check. Only hostiles. Non-existent. Caught. Holly chooses neither. Oh, all right. So I think she suggested rewording this sentence, but what I'm going to do is do this. Ooh. Oh no, I have an orphan word. Some girls get all luck. Sorry, women caught between. Oh no. Well, she suggests start the sentence with caught between laughing and lunching and Polly. But, I mean, either way, it's not going to change. Oh, no. How can I could change this to slugging. Caught. Stuck. S-T-U-C-K. How many letters do I have to... Yeah, caught works a lot better. Caught between laughing. I said debating. Chooses. Sorry, this is so boring. Skip ahead until you see me move. I don't know. I regret doing this live sometimes. Caught between laughing and punching him. Holly chooses neither. Looks in a whole new light. I'm riding with you, some girls. Sorry, women. People's stops. So they're stopped. So she can't, I mean, she could look out the window, but they're stopped. Well, decides to do neither. I don't really like that, but I don't want an orphan word. Isn't that stupid? Isn't that silly? Decides to do neither. All right. Moving on. Are you getting the rhythm powerful and then dive into the next scene? Do it. All right, she says to get rid of this. I'm going to do it. Chase here looks like a verb rather than an adjective. Oh, she just recommends getting rid of this. Charlie vehicles. That's fine. Good thought. And then she says to get rid of this. Which is probably true because, I mean, the choreographed maneuver makes sense because that's what it was, but you can't really show that visually, can you? Finally, an appropriate place. She is going to allow me to keep my look wherever I have that look. Alpha Charlie. Yay, I'm going to keep it. Another appropriate place. Radio looks at Holly back at the radio. Do not engage. I'm going to change. How many times do I use glances? I'm not even going to. I'll check how many looks I have when I'm done with a rewrite. Man, this is a lot more notes than before, so I'm worried. I'm working on it. What's the ETA for that? I'm worried on it. Holly shakes her head. I mean, she would sort of gravely, when she hears that, what's the ETA for that? Which is why if you see them do whatever it takes to maintain visual content and get more manpower, what's the ETA for that? I'm working on it. Holly, maybe she could, would she curse under her breath? We'll try that. But gives nothing. All right, she's got a lot of great suggestions here. Studies him. Studies his expression. Our orders are not to engage, so that's a no comment. So she recommends something like this. But gives nothing. Holly hopes his expression. Holly studies him, his expression. His expression. His expression gives nothing away. Oh. He studies him. His expression gives nothing away. I could just say, but. And then I'll say the line. That's little tricks that you learn. I mean, so what am I implying? This is all in one shot? Not necessarily. I could say, like I had it written, studies him, period, new paragraph. His expression gives nothing away. That would imply a close-up of her and then a close-up of him. This could be a two-shot. Anyways, inside baseball. Can't blame a girl for trying. She wants me to get rid of this too. Wow, she's got a lot of stuff in there. That's enough of a thing. Can't blame a girl for trying. Grips the wheel tighter, accelerates. I'm going to do that, see how it works. All right, let's see here. This is the kind of glare I mean when it gives the same look. This is the kind of glare I mean when Rachel gives the same look to the kids. Shoots her a dirty look. Oh no, I've got an orphan again. Keep her quiet, Claire. This is the kind of glare I mean. Sorry, I'm just whispering. She says, this is the kind of glare I mean when Rachel gives the same look to the kids. I'm not exactly sure what that means. Keep her quiet. You giving us our phone backs and us promising not to tweet a location. Shoots her a look. My gosh. Got the darn look again. But I don't want to take out dirty. Shoots her dirty look. Gives Rachel a keep her quiet. What is that look? Keep her quiet. What is that look? Shoots her a dirty look. I guess I'm lost on Rachel. How about this? That is a loss on Rachel. Now I'm adding a line. A warning scowl and head tilt common to all mothers who threaten dire consequences. Oh, a warning scowl and head tilt. Yeah, she's just making a lot of good points about getting rid of some of this action. Just tightening it up. I'll be happy to keep this punk quiet if you okay. I don't. So there. Turn his attention to the round. A scowl. So, a warning scowl and head tilt. Well, that's a little bit too direct, I think. think I'm going to just do this. Rachel scowls at Lexi and Luke. All right, let's go with that. Up. Take. That's hilarious. Abby spends. All right, let me try that. Spends a long moment screwing up her junction. Darn it. I hate when I hit the wrong button and then I get way off. All right. Sorry. Gosh, this is probably super boring. Maybe not. So she's just making little, like she noticed that take, and then take, and then take. Considers the question. I'm going to change this as Jake considers the question. Gosh darn it, I keep hitting the wrong button. Sorry. Something occurs to him. Takes. Jake considers the question. As Jake considers the question, what you really want to know? Well, Jake considers the question. Actually, I can get rid of that. Thank you, peer reviewer. She's got like literally 20 times as many notes, but I'm not complaining at all. Well, I need take there. She points out take. All right, holds his gaze. Holds his gaze. Uh-oh, we got gazes and gazes. They lock angry gazes. That I screwed up. Abby turns back to her phone. Ah, rats. Which angers Jake even more. It's just the little things. When you get to a point in your script where you like it, and more importantly, people that read it like it, and like this reviewer in the previous one, just little things of how can you make it better. Obviously, there's the big things like structurally it's not working, or this dialogue is crappy, or, you know, whatever. But when people get past that because they like it, and then they make little comments, and you go, oh, what difference does it make if I use the word look 199 times, or whatever, these little cosmetic things that, as I've said 1,000 times, have no real bearing on the script. They don't make the story better or worse, but what they do, so to speak, is make it better for the reader to read, and that's the goal. If I was making the script myself, which this person who just read it says, hey, can I get a copy when you're done with it, thinking I'm going to make it myself, which I could if someone gives me $2 million. $1.5 million final offer. Monty Python and The Life of Brian. what was my point? My point was, if you're making your own script, you can take much, much, much more liberty in how you write it. But if you're writing it for a producer, first a reader or whatever, a coverage person, you just have to make it as good as possible. Have I said that enough? All right. On. He notices, he notices. Well, stay sharp. He notices Holly on her phone. While checking her phone, she says to say on. She notices Holly on her phone. He sees Holly reading a text and then replying. And then he doesn't have to say you. He sees Holly reading, checking to make sure your pilot's still waiting for you. Holly, yeah, he's just tightening this up. Puts her phone down. Gosh, just these little things that, again, when you get so familiar with it, you just don't, they just pass right by. You don't even consider, if I went away for a month or 6 weeks or 6 months and came back, I would probably see some of this stuff and say, oh yeah, it needs tightening. But man, it's just invaluable, or it's valuable. It's invaluable to have someone read this and make awesome suggestions. Huh. She has this subtle nod from Hogan, highlighted in yellow, but I'm not sure what that. All right, Hogan's car and the pickup converge past without slowing down. Pass without slowing down. Eyes stay on the road ahead. I have to have something there, because otherwise it's an orphan. Nice visuals and dialogue in Hogan's car. She does like, and I do too, I must say. I'm the biggest fan of myself. It sounds so pompous. I like this dialogue. But I don't know what it is about Hogan and Holly, but man, they just hit it off. I mean, not in a sexual way until the sequel. But no, she just said that she likes this. Holly nods. Yes, sir. Pop the fridge. All right, I can get rid of this, I think. Maybe I'll get this down to 105 pages. Okay. Nice. Oh, she likes the rifles in the fridge and all that, so to speak. What if neither does? Ah, that's funny. This, you're not going to believe this. But as I wrote that, I thought to myself, is that right? What if neither do? What if neither do? And then she says, no, it has to be does. You keep going. I'll take a position in the woods. If I get their attention and they both come after me, grab the kids. If only one does, at least I've improved drops. What if neither does? I think I made it do so it wouldn't have does here, but I can't have incorrect English. Um, all right. So yeah, she just, man, I just like so much that she's getting rid of a bunch of this, helping me getting rid of a bunch of this stuff. If getting ready to pull a trigger, inhale. No, it's not really. Most people, don't you exhale? Yeah, I think you exhale before you shoot. I'm going to check that real quick. I'm going to pause. So I just looked it up and it said to take several breaths and then exhale right before you pull the trigger. So that's what I'm going to do because I saw that in Run, Hide, Fight. All right. Okay, let's see. Let me get back to her notes. Oh dear, where are they? Oh, here we go. Sorry. All right. Drags down their speed. Oh, puts down. We could say lowers. She just, like she said, you know, I say down here and then I have down there. And then looks. There we go. Clyde looks around to see where the shots came from. What else could he do besides look around? He glances. He tries to see. Can't spot the shooter through the trees. I can see it. Oh, that's nice. She commented right here. Action is nice. She can see it. Hopefully she means this whole sort of thing here. Okay. Tries to remain calm. Remains. Oh. Here we go. Remains outwardly calm. Very nice. Very nice change. This is a sort of thing, and I have no idea if this is true or not, but if you got coverage, if you paid for coverage, you would get a lot of good notes if you had a good person giving you coverage. But I highly doubt, unless you sent the person the script back and gave him or her a lot more money, that he or she would give you all these great specific notes and even suggestions to make these changes. So in another way, that's invaluable. I need to read one of her scripts and anyways, or I need to find her some money so she can make one of them. Okay, you know what a pin is, but I have a few references for any use of the word except safety and straight. Assuming he placed a dot on the internet map location. Oh, all right. Yeah, she is talking about where pickup truck drops a pin, sends it. So, you know, that's a good point, is that what if people don't understand what that means, dropping a pin? I don't know if it's ubiquitous enough, because I really, I don't know how long ago I learned it, maybe a year or two, but I'm just going to leave it. But I do get it. Oh, yeah, she just gets it. As she says, great rejoinder. Wow, that's a word you don't hear very much, rejoinder. Okay. Gosh, I said this before when I read her first set of notes. It just makes you feel good when people get and appreciate your what you write, and the fact that obviously you spend a lot of time on it. And she just mentioned liking that line. Peeks out. Oh, peeks. Gosh, why can't I get peeks? Sneak and peek, you would think would be spelled with two E's, but they're both not. Not reading ahead, I will take the scream as fake to make him think he hit her. If I doubt she'd scream. Reading on to see if my hunch is correct. Okay. So she's thinking the scream is a fake and she's not really hurt because she doesn't think that she would scream. Another bang. She yells out. I mean, what would you do? She grunts. Lets out a shriek. She wouldn't really. No, she scream is like ah. She wouldn't scream. Let's change to grunts. She grunts. I guess grunts is the right word, right? That kind of sound. Use search and replace to make this the correct verb. Wow. Lies still. Gosh, I gotta look up. Sorry, I gotta pause again. Sorry, just found 4 instances of lays, L-A-Y-S, that I had to change to lies. Oh, that's not good. Oh no, I goofed them all up. Dang it. Well, you get to see me do this. I can't believe I did that. All right, lay and lie. Lay is what you, when you put something down. Lie, L-I-E, is when you're in a horizontal position. All right. It's just so sad that I'm well over 21. I should know that. Ouch. I hope you gave her something to use as a tourniquet. It's funny. She makes just like commentary as we go. I trust her pants are easy to rip. Well, yeah, because they're probably, I mean, it's ripped already, right, by the bullets. So, okay. All right. Interior Hogan's car. Disconnects, brings up Holly's number. All right. Oh, I fixed this one. Does either of you? What? Does either of you? Do either of you? Is that right? Does either of you? I guess I shouldn't question. What I just learned, I probably already knew, but this can be do or does. Do either of you remember? Does either of you? Does either of you? Gosh, I don't know, because I changed that other one to does. I guess I'll change this one, but technically either is correct, apparently. Why does that sound familiar? Glances at their surroundings. Pleading. Yeah, she says, rightly so, probably better to say pleading. Fix this one. How embarrassing. I just can't literally can't believe how many times I use the word looks. It's just crazy. And I have an orphan word here. Ah! They see Holly riding in the pickup truck. What if I said pulling up? Pulling up in the pickup truck. Ah! They hurry for it. Darn it. Driving in the pickup truck. They hurry for it. Are you kidding me? Darn it. Or, you know, startles them. They see Holly riding in the pickup truck. Or I could just say the truck. Ah. They hurry toward it. I'm changing it. Nods have always bugged me. Yeah, she has this thing about nodding and shaking head. She always thinks someone should say yes. Yeah, but I don't agree. You sure about that airport you found? Yes. I mean, no, I've got to put my foot down. Paranoid, yes, I restarted it. Okay. Takes the new jeans. Yeah, well, I mean, it's obviously a pair of jeans. Who gets in back? Unclear. Okay, another back. So put in a period after Abby climbs in. He steps aside to let Abby climb in. She gets in back. She gets in back. He steps aside to let Abby climb in. She gets in back. Abby settles in. Jane climbs in, buckles up. Takes the shotgun seat. What do you think? We'll leave it. What the heck? At least we've got a chance, if that's where they're headed. If they stay in the background, we've got a chance, if that's where they headed. He's proved me wrong. Okay, gosh, he's just got all these little things, and I'm sure this is going to be way over an hour long. So, again, feel free to fast forward, or I hope you're playing it at double time. 2-lane, wealth pay. Just little things up ahead. Bending 2-lane road. Well, sorry, I'm just trying to up ahead the road. Holly turns the pickup truck onto State Route 3 to well-paved 2-lane and floors it. Up ahead, the road is straight. Up ahead. Well, I'm going to get rid of that. Holly turns a pickup truck on the State Road to a well-paved 2-lane road and floors it up ahead. Light traffic. I'm just going to break a rule and put a is in here. Traffic up ahead is light. Never use is or are, but I'm going to. All right. Eases. Just little things, little tiny things. Back into his lane. Well, we don't have to say him back because we already know they're in back. Bide their time, never. He rips down the road, never going back. Just little things to tighten it up. Okay. Just the sign. Oh, just the sign. Little tiny things. I can't wait to see. So basically 20 pages left. I've been recording for, oh my gosh, an hour. I could make this into 2 more days, but who knows? Who cares? I'm doing it. This is day 102. I'm not going to cheat myself, and I'm not going to cheat my listening public. So hang in there with me, or don't. Your choice. That's the beauty. We live in a free country. Not going to debate that. All right. Oh, gosh. She just picks up all these little things. Pulls the pickup to a stop. See, I use pickup and I use truck, but that's okay. Pulls the pickup to a stop. Jake, how's that glass now? Wait here. Close the door. Comes to stop. Holly closes the door, hurries past the truck's bed. Slows to watch Hogan pull his car to a stop a few feet away. He rolls down his window. Little birdie told me I might find you here. She doesn't like these nods. I do have a lot of nods. Abby gives her a little wave out the back window. Turns back. Looks ahead and turns back to Hogan. See, Holly turns back, but then Hogan delivers the line. Holly looks ahead to the pickup truck. Abby gives her a little wave out the back window. Holly turns back to Logan. When Holly turns back, Hogan's smiling. Ah, orphan lord. Holly looks. Holly looks to the pickup truck. Looks to the pickup. Looks at the pickup truck. Abby gives her a little wave out the back window. Whoops. I'm gonna. That's like a major thing for me, is adding in an extra line. It's like a big sacrifice. When Holly turns back, Hogan's smiling. All right, that's good. See, sometimes I mean, like in this case, this person, fellow writer, giving me very, very specific notes. And I would say a third of the time I take them exactly, maybe a little less than that. And then a good percentage of the time I tweak them a little. Sometimes I register them but don't make any changes, knowing maybe I'll come back. But the point is, when you respect someone and they respect you, they can give you very specific notes. I give people very specific notes, but if I read the script later and the person didn't do exactly what I said, but made changes, then I'm like, yes, a connection has been made. All right. Gosh, I have all of these darn looks. What's the plan? I think we can get rid of that one. You know how I show annoying look. I wonder how many looks I got rid of. Not enough, obviously. Well, he peeks out, eyes the airport. So in that case, he does peek out. That's correctly. All right. Jake already physically takes over. He peeks out, eyes the airport, glances back at the others. Nods, moves on. She said, good one. The lesson dialogue is great. Oh. Well, thank you. How about retreats a step? It's the sound of me taking off one of my shirts. Wow, that was exciting. So she suggests, will this save me a line? Oh, no. Retreats a step. Miles a mile. Are you kidding me? I'll just, oh, gosh. Oh, I hate it when that happens. That's even worse. Dang it. Abby retreats a step. I'm trying to purposely add another word to the next line. Abby retreats a step. Her eyes a mile wide. Well, shoot. What do I do? Are you kidding me right now? I mean, it sounds stupid. How much time do you waste trying to get rid of orphan sentences, orphan words? Abby retreats a step, her eyes a mile wide. Like, are you kidding me right now? Oh, that's good. I'm fine with that. Folding chairs. Chairs, comma, watching or not watching. Oh. Same thing here with the folding chairs. Gosh, she's just so... She must have been an English teacher of some sort. Or still is. Okay. In the first 55 pages, as you recall, if you watched yesterday, there were times when she went like 2, 3, 4 pages without a note. And on this time through... As you can tell by how long it's taken me to read through this and make the corrections as I go, or I mean corrections / improvements. She's way over averaging, averaging way over 1 per page. And I just got to a place where it's like 2 pages with no notes. And so now I'm like worried. Ooh, she likes Luke. This I must say, she likes Luke hiding up in there and then dropping down. And I think I mentioned it. That was hard to write visually. I know what I want. And if it's, I mean, who's to say if it's 100% possible? Because normally you need like opposing walls to wedge yourself. Although I guess you could do it with a right angle. The right angle. Ask me about the right angle. Anyways, she said she liked that. Unclear. Usually on such and such, either more action or dialogue comes to end a scene. At least two of us are. Wonder I could have him gulp. Points it at Luke. At least two of us are. Is that too corny? Luke gulps. I'm going to leave it for now. The next person who reads this will go, why did you do that? It ruined the whole movie. All right. You okay? Jake. We'll be careful. Shift to the office shed. We'll be careful. Yeah, this is a good idea. Just take off running. Ooh, a beat. Exciting passenger. Good stuff. She says, yeah, these are, like I said, not to take credit away from her, but these may be things that I would see and then say, I got to get rid of that. But it's just so nice to have someone so knowledgeable and helpful. Sliding door. Oops, comma. 96, trailing blood. Comma. Phew, it didn't go to the next line. Holly takes aim at the mob guys as they advance. Yeah, I can get rid of this. You know I can't take it. She says to get rid of this. Shrugs. I think I have to leave in some indication that she sees it. Racist toward Holly. Okay. Huh. Wow, that's interesting. Right here, she said she's not familiar with the use of this word. Does everyone know what the use of this word is? Could have you turned this into any more of a cluster blank? I'm not going to say it. This is PG 13 probably. Although you can have one F-bomb, can't you, in a PG 13? But I think it's, I don't know if I've made this commentary or not, but to me, usually, unless it's highly stylized or something, swearing using profane language is just a lazy person's way of writing and trying to shock someone. I think it takes a lot more intelligence and cleverness to find different words or just, find a different way of saying something. So that's my 2 cents on this. But that's what that means. Right here, she says, girl fight. And if she hasn't read ahead when making these notes, I don't think so. We'll see. No notes on the next page. No notes on the next page. Wow, 3 pages with no notes. Too soon for her to squeeze the triggers. The others haven't finished their action yet and would hear the shot. So the visual bit with them all watching the jet is misplaced. Okay, so she knows her guns. See, this is always tricky when you're talking about squeezing the trigger because, I mean, you could say tightens. I mean, as soon as you squeeze the trigger, obviously, then the gunshot goes off. Um, how else would you, trembling figure? Um, yeah, because you don't squeeze the trigger because then the gun goes off. And I remember thinking about this. I swear I do as I was writing it. The other thing I'm thinking of is this could be one scene, well, two scenes that happen concurrently. So in effect, if she is squeezing the trigger, we go back in time, 8 to 10 seconds, and this happens. But I 100% understand where she's coming from. Trembling figure. Let me just pause for a minute. So I just went to ask my wife, who has shot a few guns. Not that I haven't in her. But it wouldn't, yeah. Trembling. What if we said twitches against? Twitches? Trembling finger. Steadies it with her other hand. Sees her gun hand shaking. Steadies with her hand. Moves from the barrel to the trigger. That's really more accurate. But it. Sizes are up, so do you. I'm always runs. She keeps coming. Michael's in a few steps. From the barrel to the trigger. Gosh darn it! How do I? Because it's got to be trembling because that from the barrel. Or Rachel's finger trembles against the barrel. Trembles against the barrel. What does trembling mean? Can you tremble against something? Let's pause and see. Forgot to unpause. I shifted this sentence magically, but it's still, darn it. Shifts a trembling finger from the barrel to the trigger. From the gun's barrel. Well, again, I'm adding a word so I don't have an orphan. Seems like kind of ironic, doesn't it? Rachel sees her gun hand shaking, steadies it with her other hand. Rachel shifts a trembling finger from the gun's barrel to its trigger. All right, I'm good with that. Back to the awesome notes. Wow, she has no notes. Moving into the last scene. See, now this is basically in here. I made very, very little changes compared to what she read, but this last scene I did change a little bit, and she didn't make any notes. I changed this dialogue. Whoops, I changed this dialogue a little. Back there in U.S. are in question. Lexi. Oh, I gave her all these looks again. Darn it. But she didn't mention anything about them. Stops just outside of her personal space. See, she doesn't have to give him he doesn't have to give her. Stops just outside. Could take a beat. Takes a beat. Oh, he's confused. confused. I'm just, she didn't make any comments on this. Sorry. Sometimes I forget I'm recording. Not even close, that's why. So I made this a little bit different right here. Before I just said, that's why. With the looks at Paul realizes you were worried about what would happen to her. That's my job. Wow, she's not making any notes in here. That's a little bit scary. Oh, I love that she just gets it. Right here, she says she loves that line. I really like the ending. You might even start thinking about a sequel. Music to my flipping ears. I mean the obvious sequel. Well, there's let's talk sequels. So she didn't make any other notes. And I wonder if I could figure out a way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'd have to lose about 10 lines. I'll think about that. All right, so yeah, she says she loves the ending, or I really like the ending. You might even start thinking about a sequel. And I think I already said music to my ears. So, oh my gosh, 1 hour and 22 minutes. This might be my longest one. But I'm just going to pause here before I sign off for the day and say thank you to the person who made these awesome notes. I looked at each one. I considered each one, as you know, because I spent 1 hour and 20 minutes doing it. And yeah, great. So sequel, I mean, one thing is Rachel goes totally crazy, comes back with the blood vengeance, and I don't want anyone to get killed, but she would grab Lexi, or maybe she would, I don't know. I'm not going to sit here speculating about sequels. How silly and pompous. Second pompous thing I've done. Anyways, day 102 is in the can. It's in the books. It's a wrap. So really now my next step in the quest to get this sold is by now I'm pretty confident that I've wrung all of the typos out of it with her help and others. There's someone else I want to send it to who really, I mean, he doesn't go into super detail, but he just analyzes scripts and just like tears me apart in a good way if needed. So unless I try to figure out a way to make this into one less page, I think I'm going to email him and see if he'll read it, because I do have plans for this. And so whenever day 103 happens, it may be a ways down the line. Today is October 19th as I sit here. But I am going to email him and see, and if I send it to him, maybe I'll make that day 104. I'm obviously not going to show you who I'm emailing it to, because as long as it takes to make connections in this business, now I know, and I've known for a while, why people don't just give theirs up. And there's a number of good reasons not to. All right, day 102. Thanks so much. If you watch this whole thing, you deserve a hero sandwich. So go make yourself one. See you later.